It's been some time, but Boca, he was the legend on it, of course, when it was a lot when it was actually weaker than in the form of it is now. But yeah, let's see. This is a very strange draft, and we'll see if they can make it work.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3, the deciding match here between Into the Breach and Water Rune Enjoys. Loser is out. The loser is out. It's the end of the road for them. So everything on the line to play for here in this final match.
And let's see if they can make it happen with their, I would say, more pick-off-oriented draft as well. When you look at Into the Breach, it's a lot more about just getting a kill first and then starting a fight afterwards. When you look at Water Rune Enjoyers, massive team fight.
And I don't want to concern you. Well, I don't know if this does concern you, but 2 days ago when Ari played support Ricky, he rushed the Fusel Blade. Is that the
I don't
way?
think he's going to be able to do that.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's what he's done. That's what
if he gets like if he gets kills where he's not supposed to, really, pretty much, and he's able to become a core and transition, sure, but it's very unlikely. I'm worried for him. I gotta be honest. There's so much burst damage. Ricky's really squishy. Playing versus support Tiny. Let's see what the man can do. Let's see how these lanes go. The CM Pudge, this lane can be extremely aggressive, can even pose kill threat onto a Death Prophet if she's not careful. Until those Siphon levels do build up. 1 for 1.
Got the Frostbite. They got the damage to take down Z. Some good body blocks from our Taker, and that will set up for first blood for himself.
Lots of damage between them. Ari also not KSing. There you go. That's the important thing is the Ricky too. He had an option to Blink Strike for the last hit, but did not.
And that was yeah. The majority of the runes here, we'll see him chase down Jibby to the bottom lane. No surprises right with the lane setups.
Yep, these are very standard, I figure. Though we can't really have any type of variety from either side.
Well,
let's see what they can do.
And yeah, so Stoikov in the mid is a sniper.
Yep.
I mean, against Alina, Alina obviously a hugely popular hero at the moment. Do you think sniper's a good approach to what you want to put against it in the lane?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You get that distance. You have you have a little base damage disadvantage, but you can fare okay
top lane.
versus Lina.
Z's might be in trouble again here.
It's a very strong lane between the CM and the Pudge. Tons of damage at level 1 and 2. Maybe have another hook.
They know he's down the tree line, but Taker doesn't want to spend too much time hunting for him. Does mean that Z's is going to kind of have to hover around these trees and not really be too much of an issue for a Taker in the lane for a bit.
I'm always curious to see what build the snipers are going to go to, because I think every sniper player has their own way of building, skill build, etc.
Well,
he actually does go shrapnel.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I feel like we don't see that much. It's normally sort of 0.44 max stats or something.
Yeah. So, a bit interesting to see him go for that. He's done great on last hit so far, even the nice 4 to nice. Probably wanting just to be able to match the fact that Lina always pushes the wave onto you. At least with shrapnel, you can stop that.
Yep.
I'm not looking at mid though. Top is top is fun. This is the lane to watch. This is where the constant kills will happen.
Got to watch out for these hooks, level 2 now.
Especially near that tower.
Yeah.
One frostbite on the side, and you're just dead under the tower hook. They're actually just going to go. Double mango from Kadaro. He wants blood, but Otaker's like, nah, I'm chilling. Hook and creeps. Standard. Support C kills, chorus C creeps. His bottom. Already getting good harassment onto Mary. Oh, and Supreme, he gets the deny on the flag bearer creep immediately with the taunt.
Oh, he needs to find something there to sort of equalize. Yeah, and indeed, yeah, 12 to 5, cleaning up that wave. So keeping it straight even now in that mid lane.
Straight even. Top, they have a little bit of an advantage, at least for Into the Breach, and they constantly have this kill threat also, which things are working really nicely for them. The 1-1-1 skill build right now on Otaker. Still level 2 on Blink too. But they actually run into the Tiny, and they might try to settle.
Get the toss back onto a Taker.
Yeah, they're going to get the Tiny, though.
They will. Or maybe with the stick charges.
Ooh.
He's out of range.
Another nuke.
Okay, Kadaro seals the deal. Bottom of lane, the brawling also continues. We Get the full combo off onto Jibe, but not enough damage to kill him off. And now he'll look to turn a bit with Ari. Trade some good damage back the way of Palantimos.
Doing some very good damage, really, as this Ricky. Hard to trade back with him. 8 HP regen pretty much under this Inspiration Aura. So far, pretty good from Ari. I'm wondering if he gets Cloud early versus the Dawnbreaker, because you can actually slip him up a little bit there.
Not now.
So far, the Ricky, though, definitely working, at least for lane. Jibe, he's been able to hold his own. He has the backup of Ari, and Beastmaster's not zoned at all.
Not on the top lane. So far, BNC having that edge, despite the kills that they have been getting. There's the breach bottom lane. Another attempt for Jibe, but not quite able to get that final hit in. Jibe living once more down here. Despite these consistent attempts from Waterrune and Joyous to get the kill, they just can't quite do it.
And now Ari's happy because his Beastmaster can't walk up for last hit, so he can take them all.
And there we go. This is how he gets his defusals when he's playing Ricky support.
Yeah, and top, they kind of settled that going for the kills on the Death Prop, unless they get him under tower, it's pretty damn difficult because he always has the Siphon charges. They still can maybe go for Tiny, but I think it's still hard. He's very tanky too. So Taker's starting to focus quite a bit more on those last hits, using hooks on them constantly.
Bottom lane.
Big toss.
Ooh, not quite able to get the hook this time.
See you later, Kidaro.
And this Death Prophet having a very, very solid start, BNC.
Very similar to last time.
Yeah, he became quite the unkillable hero. That was a game where arguably there was more direct counters to the Death Prophet as well in the mix.
True.
And still couldn't deal with him. To bottom. So they can get Jibe this time. This time round, surely they can finish one. Maybe no, they can't
No
again.
way.
He's actually into the trees in time.
Ari trying to turn it.
I mean,
Can't
so
quite.
many times that we see Jibe just get so low, they just don't quite have enough damage to kill him.
And they get turned and slowed on, right? As soon as they don't finish him, the boar hits him once, and then Ari jumps and puts the Blink Strike slow on him too, and they actually can't get the kill.
At least 3 times where they're just not quite been able to get the job done down bottom. And
He is getting slowed down a little bit in the farm. He's been sitting around like 20-something for a while, so it's good aggression. It's good aggression coming out from Waterrune Enjoyers at the very least if they don't get the kill. But at the same time, Palantimos also has to be a little careful of how far he overextends maybe in 1 or 2 of these situations. As we see also, Power Rune, Supreme, he's going to be able to get a DD. So let's see if he looks to get active or if he just looks to sit in the mid lane. And for the moment, he's kind of just sit mid.
This'll come in handy.
We'll see. Aziz and Kadara bump into each other.
Hello.
Not going to want to waste any mana on one another there.
Assassinate. I mean, it's max shrapnel on. Very
Max
different.
Shrapnel.
Max shrapnel. Well, 3
Hell yeah. All right, well, time, I guess, what time to farm, or what does this say? Even though isn't nowadays Max and the 2 passes still quicker to farm?
Yes, usually. So, I mean, this would say that he wants to look to fight
Okay.
a little bit more. Look to turn up to these tower defenses and stuff like that. Or even just hold his mid tower a little longer with his Wyvern. Something along those lines.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Glyph comes out, looking to go for the Lina.
They're trying to do
mid.
something mid. Z's. Look at the toss back.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, Shrapnel onto himself. He will immediately TP.
Oh.
Well, he's what happened there, folks?
He thought he was getting tossed on top of, so he shrapnels his face, but not the case. And Pudge is mid lane and gets an easy
They're
hook
both
setup.
dead.
And he has TP cooldown. The worst case scenario for our sniper.
And he's got Max Shrapnel.
And he's got back.
There we go. TP's coming in on the mid. But yeah, not how they've planned things out there in the mid lane. Waterrune enjoys. See bottom lane.
He can't get him again.
He just never dies, Jippei. He just never dies.
Oh, maybe this time?
There we go. Finally. Finally, they're able to take him down. It's taken them so many tries. It was inevitable. It was going to happen eventually.
Dire are scanning.
I want to see how many mangoes have been consumed in this early game. I feel like I'm just hearing mangoes nonstop. The CM is chunking them. The Wyvern is chunking them. Dawnbreaker was too. Lots of mangoes being eaten. Supreme, looking to invade here. Invis Rune Falcon Blade. Just going to be to steal a camp at the moment. Looks like he might make a rotation with Kadaro, but keeps just going toward mid. We'll take our free farming. No stacks for the Pudge, but a really solid advantage at this laning.
Up on him. Another kill here for the two of them. This time Kadaro, the one to fall.
Tries to drop the smoke screen before the stun does come out, but can't quite stop this. Can't quite get the silence first. Top tower. They're going to be able to likely take this one now. I don't think. Doesn't look like they're going to rotate. They're pretty low on the Lina.
Invisibility.
Yeah, I think they'll let this one go. Doesn't look like they're too interested in trying to turn up and defend.
Look at bottom, though. They have a Hawk. I mean, now Palantimos walks into the wave, but Supreme is here.
See if they can set up for this. Palantimos are going to be in a pretty dangerous spot there underneath the tower. Nothing to be done to save him.
And now we see the traditional Wyvern sitting behind the tower to try to slow down the push. Mary, can they find him? The Hawk will still see him for a second. Another Hawk to scout. Goes right. And he looks like he'll be okay. Oh, man, that was close.
He'll get away, but of course the tower will still go down. And as it was, top tier 1's still up.
Still up.
CZ's trying to get him for a kill opportunity. Even bring over Palantimos with the Solar Guardian to clean up Kadaro. Get this tower taken out.
Oh, I think you likely want to try to punish off of that, though. You're like, okay, they just use both Exorcism and Solar Guardian up top. You can look to sandwich on the mid lane and maybe go for a push. And it's just a Dawnbreak. It's a Solar Guardian for a 5-position kill too. So I'm sure Kidaro is like, yeah, I died, but like whatever. You know, we can actually just respawn and look to punish. As long as they are able to punish, then it's a death that doesn't really matter. And immediately to mid, fills up Supreme's bottle.
I could stop. See if I want to start pressuring the tier 1 here.
Supreme will poke. Palantimos is already here. Can't commit though. I thought we'd see a little more of a collapse there, to be honest, from like the Beastmaster and stuff like that.
Yeah, for now, Jibet is focused on farming through the jungle of Water and Enjoys.
Yeah, it looks like most of his team, I think they're pretty content with the state of the game. Seeing some stacks coming out, Kadaro now prepping them for the Pudge.
Yeah.
Looks like the name of the game is probably just farm till Ags. If a fight comes to us, if they want to like force it, we'll take it. We can get some catches and stuff like that, but the main timing we want is this Ags on Pudge before we really force it.
We'll see with the smoke. Water and Enjoys, they're on the hunt. I know that Into the Breach have been getting quite a bit from their jungle.
They've got Exo. They can actually like wrap around mid, perhaps get a ward behind tower, and look maybe for a toss back. It is level 3 toss also. One of the few players I'm seeing maxing the toss as this 4 position since it's gotten nerfed so many times. Now they know this wrap is coming. The hook.
Ooh, not going to grab. Here come the ghosts. BNC putting on the pressure. What's the answer going to be here from Into the Breach?
I mean, the Wyvern is stuck.
They got a stun in time. They do. Light Strike from Supreme puts a stop to Mary's attempted escape.
And they can't actually use the Exorcism to push now because of that. Everyone Into the Breach has turned up to defend. And now no Exorcism. They can turn the push themselves. It's Pudge. Very tanky in the front line. Tower going to drop unbelievably fast. With the Breach coming out quite ahead these first 12 minutes.
Oh, very much so. More so than we've seen either of these teams be able to do this early on in the game so far. 12 minutes in, 4K lead.
Back to farming for Pudge. Otaker's going to have this Ags finished up in the next few minutes. Gonna be very tough for them to bring him down. They at least do have,
It's gonna be
one form of percent damage, but it's a level 1 Arctic Burn.
And are you a fan then of this the Mage Slayer build on the Carry Dawn?
Ooh, I saw him queuing it up. I guess it can help a lot versus even the rot damage, so you can stand toe-to-toe versus Pudge, but his damage is going to be pretty minimal. And as we mentioned, you know, the sniper, he doesn't have the max take aim or headshot, so he's more shrapnel build. Very interesting choice.
See bottom lane. Ari trying to start things off. Jibbe.
Oh.
He's not going to commit with the Roar. Just to hold back on that, see what sort of reaction comes in. BNC and Mary have turned up.
Yeah, maybe it's, with the mates, maybe it's like a similar style to what...
They're going to use the curse here to get Ari. We'll get the job done.
Maybe it's similar style to what we were saying with like the Lina, right? Where he wanted to take back foot, semi on the Night Stalker. Maybe he wants to semi take back foot on Dawnbreaker as a carry and let the sniper take the way.
And protecting this DD as well. Supreme. We'll get this grabbed up in the bottle.
Tiny is so poor on the side of Water Rune Enjoyers. He is 1,500 away from even close to Blink Dagger. So as for them making moves on the map, it's very difficult. Very difficult to really force much of anything if you don't have Curse. You can counter-initiate with your Solar Guardian, but might just get turned on. A couple times we've seen, I mean, it's one of the times we've seen this Dawnbreaker recently where every time the Solar Guardian was used after like the early game, it was to her death. And there it is. The Ags is done.
Very, very good timing here for a take of this game.
They're going to smoke, and now they're going to look to force much more of these fights.
I mean, they're
now
very strong.
Damage.
They're very strong here. Just 15 minutes in, 6K lead, and with the items that Otaker and Supreme have, it's not going to be easy for Water Rune Enjoyers to fight into this.
Uh-oh. CYZZ. Ooh. Yeah, he spotted.
He's looking pretty dead.
Incredibly dead. Look at that damage. Nothing you can do.
I mean, what do you do if you're Water Rune Enjoyers? You know, you kind of have to avoid this because
I think you have to avoid.
Even if you have the full 5-man, somebody's just getting blown up, whether it be by the Lina or a hook or a Roar coming in. Like, how do you survive through this at this point?
Gonna have to look to, you still have to look to make some type of moves when Tiny respawns, but everything is under vision constantly. Like the Hawk comes in, it's gonna see this rotation coming, so Jibbe unlikely to get punished from this rotation again too. They might even just turn and kill the Tiny. Not quite. We do see the third hero, Mary, shows up. They're careful. Palantimos is waiting for an opportunity to perhaps go for Solar Guardian, but I'm scared that he's just going to Solar Guardian into his death.
I think that's definitely feels like the problem at this point, with how farmed the two main cores of Into the Breach are.
Lina's going to have BKB, so she has full freedom in these fights to pick and choose how she wants to go for the battle. And she does pack a pretty punch, the right-clicking Lina build. And look at Ari. He's getting all the space in the world. I can't blame him, but there's like nothing happening on the map. He's got Shard. Now he's going to go Diffusal.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, he's just changed it.
I think he still probably will, but...
He will, yeah, for sure. He'll get a Wraith Band or two, but still go.
With the state of the game, like they're crushing the map.
Yeah.
Now Palantimos shows his face, and he's very dead.
There's the setup, and here comes the combo.
Support Ricky. There you go.
Wait, did you say support Ricky or report Ricky?
Support Ricky,
okay.
but maybe both. Did he take the last hit? No, okay.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's been set up a lot. Yeah, 1-1-6. He's had a very good game so far, Ari. Yeah, we even just sort of the pressure in that bottom lane, the ability to just, I guess, stand your ground, trade back. Well, you got decent armor right early on, starting off, and
good. You've got good armor, good HP regen. You do have good stats to do, and he probably saved Jibbe, like the little slows from the blink strikes, like all that little stuff. That's been huge. 7K lead. I mean, they're just farming. I think they're so happy with this state of the game. Supreme's just like, okay, I have BKB already at this point. We have to really just deal with the sniper. And we have great ways to find him and get on him. We just gotta have to itemize with blink daggers, as I'm seeing queued up next already for Otaker.
Ah, so close as well. Just a couple hundred gold, and he'll be ready to jump in and look for the sniper every single time.
Or Ari just walks in and waddles in and gets a little dart on him, and then they can full initiate onto him afterwards.
Now here's the smoke.
Okay.
Water in enjoyers. They'll look to try and fight around Stoikov. Actually, maybe not. He's going to settle for farming. He'll break out of the smoke.
They still have 600 gold till blink tiny. I think Ziz needs to farm. I think it's too tough for their heroes to really make moves until he has a blink. And I'm just watching Palantimo sitting in tree lines, and it's making me sad for him. He can't show in top wave constantly. Not really getting... He's been doing this a lot this game, too. He only has 112 last hits compared to Pudge, who has 179. You see how much time Palantimo has to spend.
I mean, what's he getting with the hammer? Is he going the Deso or the BKB? You know,
probably once Deso, but
yeah.
Probably he's going to have to go BKB. And into the breach. Another DD rune, of course, on the Lina.
Ari leading the way.
Great ways to pick off, yeah, with Ari leading.
They can force Roche. I mean,
Sure.
they're happy to take a fight right if it comes to them. So go for the Roshan, and if anybody turns up, they don't have a care in the world. They'll happily take the fight.
They won't even make it. Dies way too fast with all the auras and DD. Frenzy on the Lina as well. 75 attack speed. It's gone. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, this game's kind of what I feel like you'd expect, right? When you sort of saw, you know, what had happened with the teams previously in terms of kind of performance coming into the qualifiers and into the breach being able to take a game off secret. You kind of expected to sort of see, 19 minutes into the breach having this lead. Now they're finally pulling it off here in game 3. So far, so good, and looks pretty smooth from them this time.
Yeah, looks smooth. Their lineup scales massively. Even the Ricky's going to have potential to scale too at some point because of all this map control that they're getting. And Water Enjoy just can't make a move. Tiny has Blink. All right. He's going to have to make some explosive stuff happen with it, and it's into Aegis and into BKB at this point. So a very tough task. BKB at least done on Death Prophet level 12 too. So most of this damage, it feels like most of everything's going to come out from BNC. So they have to try to keep this Death Prophet alive. And yeah, I'm really worried for Stoikov in these fights where he turns up, he's gonna get hit by a dart, ignored for like 2 seconds, and then just kaboom to like Alina blinks on him, Pudge blinks on him, and he just gets eaten.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the saves from the Wyvern and the Dawnbreaker, they've got to be huge.
It's got to be big.
As Stoikov, yeah, he's going to be target number 1 for Into the Breach if anybody spots him in the fight.
Another smoke. They really want this fight. They have these Hawks scouting. They have the Hawks rooting as well. They're pinging exactly where Palantimos is at the moment. Ari, he's on the hunt.
And not a bad way to start the fight if you catch the Dawnbreaker.
He's trying to get the dart. He's just out of range. He gets it.
There's the setup.
Farewell.
The dart will do it. The power of the support, Ricky. That range, that long duration setup as well. 3
Takes
seconds.
15 minutes, but once you get it.
Well, yeah, once you get it and you're ahead, it feels really rough to play into. If you're trying to recover, trying to get sort of your cores being able to farm back into the action, the setup that this Ricky has, sneaking around the map and catching you with the dart, it feels incredible. It just basically gave a huge struggle. And now underneath the tower, Taker, jump in, get himself on top of Mary.
Ari throws a dart for good measure just to, get on the assist. Full control of the map. And I'm just constantly seeing they swing bottom. They scout everything out. Ari starts walking top. He also has Hawks that are flying through. One Hawk already in position, the second one flying in. So just keeping tabs of what everyone enjoys perfectly, not giving them any chance to get any pick off or anything on the map. They're barely even able to farm, really, because these Hawks are constantly scouting. And the tier 2 to fall.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Let's see how much they
Taking
want
high
to push
ground.
up. I mean, 2 minutes left on the Aegis, just under it. They know how much of a lead they have.
I don't think they should, though. You're playing it to Tiny. This is the risk. To watch those tossbacks. Yeah, they'll back it up. Now they can maybe catch someone on the side here. They have this Hawk that's scouting inside the base.
I mean, you saw her take. He was tempted to maybe reach in and grab someone.
Oh, he's hooked.
There's the setup. CZ's trying to help out, but there's no saving, and now he may have put his own life at risk. As Supreme finds the Light Strike Array, they'll be able to get both of them.
This is the end of the breach that we came to see. Nothing that Waterrun Enjoyers can do versus them. Looking to breach high ground, 23 minutes, using the maximum of this Aegis.
Yeah, what do you do?
Shrapnel.
I guess, yeah. I mean, Stoikov, he's just not been able to have impact this game so far. 0-1-0.
He's terrified to show up. If he shows up, he knows he's going to just die. He's 1,400 HP. They'll just get right on him. He's complete glass cannon. So this is his home and probably will be the home for him for quite some time inside the base.
Palantimos, his home is up at the top, hiding in the trees.
Oh, man. A heat map would definitely show him sitting in trees quite a lot this game. He's just had to constantly hide himself. Well, we only saw the one Solar Guardian be used this game onto a CM.
They're going to attempt to smoke up. Get out on the map now that they know that the Aegis has gone here for Into the Breach.
So look at the way they're playing. Into the Breach, they like, no. They're like, okay, we'll just have the creeps pushing mid, and we're all sticking together. If you want to go through a tower, good luck.
That's got the BKB Palantimos, so a bit more of a chance to survive if you Solar Guardians into the front of the fight.
A little bit more. Still a roar and a bite. Have to be very cautious of. And the Lena's positioning. Supreme, if he's not caught in all these stuns or cursed or something like that, it's going to be like actually killing everybody in seconds. Almost a full Daedalus stun on this Lena. Blink also on Beast. So yeah, triple blink. All cores have blink. So Sniper's game, pretty impossible.
Be careful, showing around the middle. Oh, a Taker, he's in! Grabs Mary, that's the Wyvern gone. And now, we've probably got to keep running, because Ari's chasing, he's looking for dart opportunities. BNC, hiding in the trees, they kind of know he's there. He's going to put the BKB in the Ghost. Look to try and turn. Jibe will hold him back with the Roar. They'll look to just kite out and wait out the BKB in the Exo.
Oh no. Devastation. Their only real big damage that can come in the Exo, and it gets full kited.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Back to their home they go. Palantimos has to run all the way back to base, scared of getting caught out here. It's a rough one, Owen.
This is. We've had two smashing games this series, but this one looking to be a pretty one-sided affair.
Why do we tend to have that? You know, we're like setting the playing field.
We'll go
two
game
amazing
three
games,
and then
game three, and then at least we got the Ricky, and it's looking awesome. It's looking pretty damn good. So,
I tell you what, indeed. I mean, and especially, you know, this is good for Into the Breach in the sense that we see already teams, they target Ari in the banning phase. Maybe there's now another hero that you got to be prepared to consider.
He has been very annoying. Just literally just sweeping the map constantly with these Hawks. Just it's so much vision and so much information. Bottom. Start.
Into the hook. BKB still on cooldown for 10 seconds, but the Cold Embrace will be there. And they don't want to mess around any further. They didn't quite have the full squad into the breach, so won't commit for the kill.
Discipline. They poke, try to force something, maybe try to bait a Solar Guardian or something like that. Can't quite get it, but they lose nothing for it.
Radiant are scanning.
Trying to get out on the map a bit again here. Waterrune Enjoyers.
So do they pick up a gem just yet? Not having a gem just yet. This is scary when you don't have a gem because these Hawks always just positioned in tree lines. Sneaky ward also placed down. And here we go, into the breach. They see them hit the area.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're slowly getting the tier 2 to... Well, so slowly, it's not that
Slowly.
slow. Yeah, Supreme very much packing a punch.
Yeah, I look at his... I mean, let's pull up levels and stuff too and all that. It's starting to get pretty absurd, but level 20 Lina, dataless. You look his farm comparison.
They'll get themselves another Roshan.
Short. Who wants a shard? Give it the Pudge, sure, why not?
Probably Supreme, right?
Nah, he can save him. Now you can let your Lina freely siege. You always have potential of even hook fighting and saving and stuff like that too, so it's a bit safer. And he's not a spellcaster Lina, so the shard's kind of not useless.
No, that's true, that's true, yeah, of course. Sometimes, you know, just be in the mid, you know, you're like,
Yeah.
give me the shot. I want everything.
But when it's between a mid and a carry, you know,
That's
come
true.
on.
That's true. But then you got to consider who's having the better game, and Supreme's got more money, so.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, defusal near done for Ahri. Everyone farming. Lead continuing to become more and more ridiculous. As yeah, they have to stay in the base. They have to rely on tossbacks.
Maybe Z's gets tops back. He's going to try.
Okay.
It is on the hero with the Aegis.
Oh, and the hook's down.
See if they can get Supreme out of it. Got the BKB off, but indeed he's dead a second time. Z's starting the potential for a bit of a comeback here off the back of an excellent toss into the base. That's the Aegis gone, the Lina out for 60 seconds.
Gotta respect high ground with Sniper Tiny. I'm sure Supreme is pretty upset at Otaker as well too. He's like, why'd you hook so fast? Wait for me to respawn.
I mean, yeah, even though he's just going to get surrounded, right? Like, getting the hook on the respawn's not going to be easy.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm totally joking. But yeah, it's been the case for this patch for quite some time now. Breaking high ground, even when you have these leads, can be difficult. Big hook.
Again, he finds him every time, Mary. Poor old Mary, I take her.
Palantimos.
It's going to get roared immediately after the BKB. Sleep Dart thrown the way of Stoikov. They'll back away.
They don't have their big right-click DPS of Lina, but Otaker's looking for another.
There's the setup. Hawk comes crashing down onto Z's. I'll buy all the time that's necessary for Otaker to find that. And indeed, the range hit that Ahri can set up. They'll try and join forces around the sniper to help out. Stoikov's got to pop his BKB and run.
Oh, he also canceled the Lina's bots. He suicided the bird. Supreme's got to run. Oh, that's funny. Anytime they're outside the base, they are just unable to take any fight. This is literally going to just be... It could potentially still be a kind of long game. I could see Water Enjoyers just sitting on high ground and drawing it out for quite some time because their draft is very good at defending high ground.
It is. It really is. And of course, we just got a taste of that. Those last moments.
However...
When Z's is alive.
The amount of times that they're probably going to have to do these type of plays to try to recover, it's going to have to be so damn many.
I mean, we did see them, what, was it game one? They managed to swing round a 23k gold deficit. They did still lose the game.
That was in a different like situation. Like 31, it's very different.
They did kind of have Palantimos on a pretty farm carry this time round. He's kind of poor.
Yeah.
Sort of carry, sort of responsibility very much falling onto the shoulders of Stoikov this game. And still, he himself, of course, quite the difference in gold between him and that of Otaker and Supreme right now.
I just think that like they're going to be stuck in the base perhaps for maybe 10 minutes. And I think this gold lead might even get to like some crazy... We might get some like 30, 40Ks pretty early in this game. Look at Ahri, position trying to break a smoke. It's scanned. So they do know it's up. But Ahri also seems to know that they're doing their smoke play. He breaks them, and now his whole team's going to collapse. They're going to try to find them outside the base. This is where Interbreach wants to fight. This is not where Water Runes wants to fight.
No, they want to look for the tossbacks.
I'm surprised they're actually still sitting over here.
I mean, they just expect that they maybe catch Hero sort of swinging around alone.
I mean, maybe they
can't be
expect
looking
that,
for
but
the
they
team
can't.
fight.
No, they can't be looking for a team fight, but it's, I mean, it's pretty bold of them to stick around, though, because they saw Ari break it. So they have to know that it's like they know that they're hiding in tree lines there.
And Palantimus, he's tempted to reveal top.
Back to the base, back to smoke out.
Now, this might catch him because they are a bit split up at the moment into the breach. It won't be easy to find someone.
Supreme playing very defensive, though. And they're still, I mean, the net worth is still increasing by a lot because they are four-man smoking at least. Dawnbreaker is getting ready for solar.
They might get into the triangle in time.
Let's say he might just walk into them even. Whoa.
Oh.
Oh.
They see him. They see him nuke the neutral camp. And there's the jump.
Caught.
They're in with the combo. Is he able to get the BKB off in time? He is. Pots the BKB, starts to run. He's away. They won't be able to slow him or chase him through the BKB. Supreme's out of there. And that's the Exorcism and the Solar Guardian down.
Oh, boy. Okay, now, I mean, into the breach. How long on Roche? It's still 2 minutes, so they can't get that out of it. But they could look to make some type of play here with that on cooldown. A bold attempt from Water and Enjoys. You see how desperate they are to try to get anything, but can't even.
I mean, it was a close attempt. One more sort of stun before that BKB, and maybe they would have had him. See Stoikov considering the options after that little move. He did actually momentarily have the basher queued up.
I mean, Palantimos has one, so he was going to try for it, but.
We'll see Stoikov go for the Skadi instead.
Ari just sitting in the same spot, kind of knowing this is their only avenue to get out of the base, to get anywhere. So he's just going to keep breaking these smokes, and his whole team, they're just farming. Blink even on Crystal Maiden. Everyone just getting blinks to get on top of Sniper and get inside the high ground. Maybe it's blinks to just follow up. Someone gets tossed back, 4 heroes blink in with him or something like that.
Oh, they're stepping out of the base. This is looking a bit scary.
The dart.
Sleep and dart. Oh, we'll see the hook be blocked there. BNC offers himself up to make sure that Stoikov might just have the chance to run here.
Palantimos not so lucky, though. Supreme gets the Hex. Easy kill.
See. Whoop. Nice move there. Popping the Lotus to make sure there's a chance for Z's to get out. Just losing one of them there could be worse. Of course, it is still the carry, but it's not the sniper, the true carry in this situation. Stoikov lives.
Stoikov lives, and he gets to sit in his home a little bit more to farm. I'm telling you, we're going to have crazy... we might have like 40k net worth leads at some point, because you're trying to break into Sniper Tiny.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
Wait.
This day's only going to get longer.
Yep. Very likely to just honestly wait, probably for Roche. They're going to look to still get pickoffs if someone steps outside, of course. But wait for Roche before you go for a push. Hulk gets scouted. Mary will immediately run. Oh, he actually steps back in. He wants the money. Can't even get it. This is painful. And they can't walk outside. There's Hawks, there's Wards, there's a Ricky.
But it really is at the same time. I feel it's the fact that the first 2 games have just been as crazy as they have been. For instance, the breach. What? BKB's there in time still, though. Dismember, of course, will grab him. Supreme's in with the Hex onto the Sniper. The Golden Embrace. Stoikov, he's getting kept alive. They're trying to force him back to the high ground, but Supreme, will he still find it? His final right clicks, he does. The crit comes in. Stoikov goes down. Supreme, he's ready to clean up. Double kill for him. Turns over towards BNC. It's going to be another kill here for Into the Breach. 3 dead on Water Rune and Joyous, and they're not done yet. Into the Breach moving up to the high ground. You see Kadara just charging beyond the tier 3s. Everybody dead. There's a buyback from Stoikov, but the Hex is there. They'll clean it up, and I think with that, they might have finally found the way to close this game up.
Okay, I thought they'd wait for Rush, but they get caught outside the base. Water Rune and Joyous try to make a play outside, and they just get completely handled as expected if they try to fight. Yep, that's it. Wyvern's going to respawn, but this game
maybe a 5-man curse.
Get a kill. Get Mary a kill. He's gone. He's keeping outside.
Oh, he's been hooked. A tier 4's falling. Water Rune and Joyous. Short road coming to an end. As GG is called Into the Breach, will manage to hold on and move on.
I mean, they made them
bracket.
They made them really work for this, though. One of the longer 2 games that I feel like we've had. Even the 3rd game lasted a lot longer than it felt like it should have. This game felt like it was over around like 15, 16-minute mark. So an impressive kind of showing for Water and Joyous, of course. Sad they're not going to be able to make it, but hey, maybe for Into the Breach, this could be a little bit of a scare for them. They showed promise for Secret,
it was tough.
A lot of problems in this series, yeah.
Yeah, this was definitely, you can only imagine not what...